Okay, Accelerator Joshua here. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. A short vid for any homeowner or DIY or just anybody that has a tool bag or toolbox. These are 10 items that you should carry in your, in your toolkit. So let's get started. The first one would be one of the most important ones, which is the glasses right here. These are safety glasses, even though they look like sunglasses. They're actually DeWalt. Let me show you. Yeah, they're actually DeWalt safety glasses. I chose those dark ones because I mainly do work outdoors. I don't really do a lot of work indoors. All my cutting and sanding is done outside, so I use those. Those are very important, even though it's not an actual tool. It's something that you should definitely carry because you only have one pair of eyes. You need to protect them. Second thing, this is actually a tool, which is a hammer. One of the most common, but one of the most useful things out there in construction, home ownership, or any DIY. This is just very useful to have. You don't have to use. You can use this is a rip hammer. You can use a claw hammer. You can use a fiberglass hammer. Whatever you feel comfortable with holding in your hands. So that would be the second item. Third item would be tape. Now I chose electrical tape because you can actually cover electrical terminals with this and you won't get shocked, or there won't be a short circuit because they're covered with electrical tape that prevents electricity from passing by. Some people use duct tape. I prefer electrical tape because, like I said, you can use it on electricity as well, electrical wires. So that's number 3. Number 4 is this, a simple utility knife. You can use it for opening packaging, opening boxes, cutting down boxes. You can use it on drywall. You can also use this to strip wires if you're careful enough. I would suggest get something that's a retractable blade and also that has onboard storage. So you press here and there's more utility knives here. So that's number 4, the utility knife. Here's a simple basic tool, the slip joint plier. You can use it for removing or loosening or tightening nuts or bolts. And there's a reason why it's called slip joint. There's a little joint there that slips and you can make it a little bit bigger. So this is a basic plier that's very useful around the house. That's number 5. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's number 5. Another tool would be a diagonal plier. Why this over a long nose plier or a wire stripper? Very simple. There's times that a lot of electrical circuit is wrapped together with a zip tie, and a long nose plier will not be able to cut that. With this, you can get very close and just cut it without damaging any of the live wires. So I would recommend these over long nose, just for that reason. Unless you're an electrician and you're doing work inside of electrical boxes, then you need long nose so you can grab them and pull the wire out. But DIYs or homeowners shouldn't really be doing that. So diagonal pliers are very, very useful, are the way to go. And you don't really need wire strippers because you can strip wire with this one as well. So this and this would be for wire cutting and stripping. So that's 6. Something very useful as well is simply a tape measure. Any tape measure will do. I prefer the one that already has the measurements for decimals and fractions. It's just so much faster. You don't have to really think about the sixteenths. You can just actually look at it and know what it is. So tape measure, pretty self-explanatory. You want to know exactly how big or small the area is or where the center is. These I'm going to skip because, like I said, you can get away with those other basic tools. Okay, this is number 8. The groove joint pliers. Everybody calls these channel locks. Channel lock is a brand, people. These are groove joint pliers. Okay, groove joint, not channel locks. Even though the brand is channel lock, this is groove joint pliers. These are very useful for mainly for plumbing. That's what I would use it for actually removing and installing supply lines for faucets, for toilets, for bathtubs as well. You can also remove the shower stems and diverters. These are very, very useful tools to have. And also for plastic P-traps. which is what goes underneath the sink. So that's number 8. Number 9 would be these right here, which is just anything that you can use to mark, whether it's marking a wall or marking a piece of wood so you can cut it. This is very useful. That goes with this actually. So the sharpener goes with these pencils here. I should have a Sharpie because sometimes pencils just won't mark on specific surfaces. So I should put a Sharpie here. So these go together, this one and this one. That's number 9. And the final thing would be simple screwdrivers. I'm not going to tell you, oh, just, get this specific type of screwdriver. You should have 3, maybe 4 screwdrivers. Number 1s, number 2s, in Phillips and flat. For the most part, a regular screwdriver like this is very useful. It's sometimes much more useful than a combination, a 4-in-1, 6-in-1 like this. Why? Because these are chubby. You cannot use this type of screwdriver for, say, a television because of one simple reason. It's so chubby that the actual bit will fit, but the rest of it won't, so you won't even reach the screw. You'll be so far behind, you won't be able to remove the screw that you need to, especially, like I said, for TVs. I used to do TV mounting, and when I would remove the TV stands, I wouldn't even bother looking at this. I would just go straight to the regular number 2s, number 1s, Phillips, and flats, because those are the ones that actually can get into that tight space and actually remove the screw. This one becomes useless when it comes to that, but it's really nice to have one anyways. So screwdrivers would be the last item. So that's about it. It's a recap. Screwdrivers, that's 1. Something to mark with, that's 2. Your groove joint pliers, that would be 3. Your tape measure, that would be 4. Your diagonal pliers, that's 5. Your slip joint pliers, that's 6. Your utility knife, that's 7. Your electrical tape, that would be 8. Your safety glasses, 9. And your hammer would be 10. Just by having these basic tools in your tool bag, you'll be able to do majority of the work that you might need to do. Yes, some things are more specific. Like I said, I have those Milwaukees over there, but if you have these basic tools, then you're okay. Yes, I have a bunch of other items here that I use, but for the most part, these basic tools can help you do many things. Majority of your housework or even some of your car work you can do with that. Any type of nut or bolt that you need to remove or screw, you can do it with these basic tools. So that's what I would suggest any homeowner to have in their tool bag or toolkit, toolbox. Those basic 10 tools. All the other stuff just makes your life a little bit easier and faster, but with these basic tools you'll be able to do majority of your job. So if you guys have any questions or you guys have other suggestions for better items, please let me know. Like I said, there's other items such as a combination plier like this. Yes, this is very useful, but it's also a bit more advanced. This one is a combination of a long nose plier for actually getting into an electrical box, grabbing a wire and pulling it out. It's also a wire stripper. You can see right there. Oh man, the zoom is awful. The autofocus, there we go. You can kind of see it. So you can see you can strip wires, and you can also cut wires with it here. And you can also cut your number 6 and number 8 bolts for your electrical box as well as wall plates. But like I said, you can still strip wire with this here, with your utility knife, and you can cut wire with your diagonal plier. And actually this will cut, like I said, where this one can't. This one, the cutter is back here, so you can't actually use it to cut a bundle of wire that's held together with a zip tie. You just can't, so you have to use this anyways. So this will work 90% of the time. This is more of a luxury or just something to make your life a little bit easier, but diagonal pliers are the way to go. So yeah, that's why I didn't really include that into the 10 list item. Anyways, if you have better ideas or you want to see something else, please let me know. Thanks.